Hi everyone, in this video we are finally going to compare our carbon dioxide data with our temperature data. I'm so excited about this. This is such a good video. Okay, so the first thing we need to understand is that the concentration of our carbon dioxide and our temperature both go through cycles. So both of these very much fluctuate constantly. So we do not have one concentration of carbon dioxide for the entire year and then it changes for the next year, in the same way that we don't have one temperature for the same year and then it changes the next year. Just in Austin alone, we could have a difference of maybe 20 degrees Fahrenheit in one day. Again, that's Fahrenheit, but things definitely fluctuate. They're constantly going through cycles. But let's look at the best graph to prove that climate change is a real thing, okay? All right, here we go. Let's orient ourselves with this graph. On our y-axis, we're talking about years ago. They say years before present, but years ago is fine. Now, on our left y-axis, we are looking at our concentration of carbon dioxide, and this is in units of ppm. On our right y-axis, we're looking at change in temperature, and that's in degrees Celsius. So now this one, the change in temperature, is represented by the blue lines, and our concentration change is represented by the red line. So essentially what we see is that both of these lines go through the exact same pattern. So right here, around 400,000 years ago, they start off pretty high, and they get lower and lower, and then they increase together. So as our concentration of carbon dioxide increases, our temperature increases. And then, here we go, concentration of carbon dioxide gets a lot lower, our change in temperature gets a lot lower. And these patterns follow each other almost exactly for 400,000 years. And so what we can see now is at our current date and time here, we can see that we have a significant increase in our carbon dioxide concentration, which, if past predicts the future, it can only say that we are going to see a constant increase in the temperature of our planet, which is a bad thing. Here's the thing though. I know there's a lot of skeptics out there, and I do not want to push my views on you by any way, shape, or form. So let's talk about some other factors that could be a part of this, because it doesn't necessarily say that it's just carbon dioxide. First thing that could be a factor, we can talk about methane. We're going to do a whole nother video on that later, but methane is a greenhouse gas. It's primarily natural in our planet, but we have done some things lately, especially those of you who like red meat. We definitely increase the concentration of methane. So methane could be attributed to this as well. Second thing is that our Earth's orbit, it definitely fluctuates. There are some years when our planet is closer to the sun, so we're receiving more electromagnetic radiation, i.e. it's hotter. Otherwise, there are years when it's farther away, so we're at a greater distance from the sun, receiving less energy, so our planet is colder. The third factor could be the Earth's tilt, or the Earth's axis. Okay, so now if here's our planet Earth, if we're tilted like this, so really close, the area on the top part is going to receive a lot more of the energy from the sun, or if we tilt far away, the area on the bottom is going to receive a lot more energy from the sun. So all of these factors could be contributing to the fact that our temperature is increasing on our planet. So it could be a number of these. It doesn't have to necessarily be just the concentration of carbon dioxide. But here is my one main question, and this is what I always pose to anybody who tells me that climate change is not real. What is the harm in decreasing the concentration of CO2 on Earth? What's the harm? What do you guys think? Did you get an answer? Hopefully you did. And the answer would be there is no harm done. So unless you have some special net where you can run outside and grab all of the carbon dioxide in the world, which, by the way, if you have that, come talk to me, we're going to make a lot of money. But unless you have that, there's no way we're ever going to take all the carbon dioxide away so that we're going to hurt our plants or even make it so that our planet is too cold. Like, that's just not going to happen. So realistically, even if you do not believe that climate change is due to the fact of an increased concentration of carbon dioxide, please, please know there's no harm in decreasing the concentration of carbon dioxide. We're not going to hurt our planet. We're not going to kill animals. We're not going to kill plants. It is a good thing. Take care of yourselves. Drink water. Have a fantastic week.